Peace, y'all. It's your man Dave with my brother Quest, the man bringing you all things marriage, paying you huge dividends on your investment in time with us. We're talking about love, sex, having children, money, spirituality, life, communication, and anything else to help you thrive and win in your relationships. And guess what? This is grown folks' business. So get ready to make grown-up decisions. You know why? Because marriage ain't for suckers. That's the name of the program. Marriage ain't for suckers. All right, let's get into it. Hey, yo, Quest, it's time to give the people something, man. What we talking about today?
Oh, I love it. What up? What up? What up? Welcome to another edition of the Marriage Ain't for Suckers podcast. I'm your host with the most, Jay Quest, in the building, alongside my co-host. You feel me?
Yeah.
My man, my man, L. David Harris. Give him a hand.
Thank you. Yeah. Have a seat. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. You already know what it is.
This is in session.
Yeah, no doubt it's in session. Yup. Y'all already know what it is, y'all. Welcome to another edition, like I said, of the Marriage Ain't for Suckers podcast program. You know, whatever we, refer to it as now, D. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like for real, man. I'm home. I just want to give a big shout out to, you know what I'm saying, to my man, my other man, my man. You know what I'm saying? Joey Kibble. You know what I'm saying? 1-6. The 6. What is it? I can't even keep up now. It's like 8.
6 that'll take 6.
Yeah, no doubt. The 8 Grammy Award winning, 9 Grammy. I don't even know. It's up there though.
Don't count them, because
you know what I'm saying. I can't count them. I can't stay up with them brothers, man. But shouts out to them and the lovely musical work that they're doing. You know what I'm saying. And also outside of that, Joey has a wonderful Vitaminutes ministry that he does as well. So shouts out to him as well. And thank you for filling in for your boy on last week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? While we were out on the phenomenal, you know what I'm saying? Cruise, the Phenomenal Life Cruise 2018.
Yes.
Shouts out to St. Thomas. Shouts out to shouts out to Princess Keys, Bahamas. But more importantly, man, shouts out to St. Martin, man.
Uh-huh.
D, I'm talking about, they showed us love, D.
Yeah,
when
man.
I say they showed us love, they showed us love. We got an opportunity. Matter of fact, let me shout them out. We got an opportunity to see an elementary school. Shouts out to the assistant principal who opened up arms. We made connections, man. They were like, anytime you guys want to come through again, please do.
Right.
We want to adopt the school really. And for real, just, send them some uniforms, shoes, the kind of things,
yeah, man.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
And shouts out to St. Martin Academy, PSV.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like for real, they was like, yo, I remember the Bernadette, who was our taxi driver. Shouts out to her, man.
Yeah.
She was so, impressed with what we did in terms of the work. Like she took us back to the boat for free. So it's like, I'm not even going to charge y'all. She said, thank you so much for doing what you did. We went in there, man, and turned the school all the way up. You know what I'm saying? All the way up. So yeah, man, wonderful time. Shouts out to all the couples, you know what I'm saying, that were there with us, man. I don't want to start naming names and forget a couple of couples, but there were a number of couples there that I got a chance to kick it with. I got to say congratulations and a major shout out to Kayla and George, you know what I'm saying? Jorge, Sierra, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who are now married, man. For real, man. Right on the beach in Princess Keys, Bahamas, right on the beach.
Bahamas, word.
Yeah, so shouts out to them, man. Congratulations to them. And I got to say, shouts out to Tim and his lovely wife, Shonda Morris, because all three of us kicked it together. You know what I'm saying? That was like my click for the weekend. And shouts out to my wife. Oh, man.
Of course, man. What?
Oh, man.
But of course.
Last but not least, as a matter of fact, D, to be honest with you, the whole reason, or the person that the Mac in the back, which is what she really is, for being able to go to the schools was because of her. We were driving through St. Thomas and Jorge, was sitting in the front seat, And I just saying to him, how dope would it be for us to be able to go and pour into some kids on the island while we were here? And as I said it, he just looked at me, and then I looked up, and I was like, we going to St. Martin tomorrow. So we was like, well, let's put some feelers out there. And babe, man, Faith Green, I love you like cook food. This whole trip, like for real, as far as the schools is concerned, she got on, the little WhatsApp group that we had, sent out a message. Somebody responded, come to find out we have a sibling who is in BU, who teaches at the high school that we went to.
Perfect.
And by the time the end of the night came, 10:30 the next morning, we were in a taxi on the way to the school. So shouts out to Faith, man, being as organized as she is. I love that girl like cook food.
Word up.
Yeah.
That's good, Quest. That's better than good, man. So I saw extra smiles on Jorge's face. I saw a couple pictures.
Yeah.
And I saw the flicks from St. Martin. So I'm thinking that's the Dutch one because of the spelling.
Yeah, there's the Dutch side and the French side. I believe we were on the Dutch side, if I'm not
because I saw the 2 A's. So I'm thinking, because, I've been over there. So the Dutch side. So that's good, man. And the kids, you love the kids.
Oh, love the kids. I love the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing, D. Next year, I got the confirmation. They are working it out right now.
Yeah.
With what I believe is going to be the Iberostar.
Ibero baby. Where, Quest?
Mexico,
Quest?
Yeah.
Mexico?
No, not in Mexico.
Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, Quest?
Not in Dominican Republic.
Where, Quest?
Yeah, we coming right to your part of the, the globe, right on the north side, Montego Bay, Jamaica. And check it out, y'all.
Yeah.
Next year, it is not a cruise. Next year, it will be a destination. So we will be in the same place for 8 days, 7 nights. They're finalizing everything right now so that we can go ahead and make that a reality. But D, next year we may have to do a podcast on record one of the podcasts while we there at the spot. You know what I'm saying? Because we recorded the Princess Live Secrets to Success podcast. We recorded 2 while we were on the boat. I did one with the guys on the top one morning, and then everybody was invited to another one at the Princess Live studio they have there. So next year we're gonna have to do Marriage Ain't for Suckers podcast right there on the Iberostar grounds, man, and invite everybody to come and have an audience. You feel me? It's going down.
Word up.
And then maybe we have C and E and all them guys on the panel with us. You feel me?
Whatever, man. Yep. It's whatever's clever. Remember them days we used to say that?
Yeah, no doubt. So yeah, man, shouts out to everybody. Shouts out to those who were on the cruise with us. And I promise you, if you missed it this year, trust me, you don't want to miss it next year. Yeah. Yeah.
Good stuff. Yeah. Well, I'm not trying to rain on nobody's parade, but I just need to let you know we are flying blind, man. For the first time, something went crazy with the live audio, man. Yeah. It broke. It's not on. So we're gonna have to upload that when we're done. I'm gonna have to bootleg it off of this audio from this video. Yeah. But right now, iHeartRadio and TuneIn is flying blind, and I don't know how many minutes we doing what we doing, so we just gonna run with it.
Yeah, no doubt.
So sorry to y'all that are waiting for the live.
Yeah.
You'll get it on the rebound. Obviously, if you can hear my voice, you will have started to hear it. But that's why the difference in quality. Because
one monkey don't stop no show though.
Nah, man. That's why we simulcast. That's why it's called simulcast.
Yeah, no doubt.
Real talk. So it's good to see your face, man.
And it's good to see your face as well.
Yo, I'm gonna see your face in real life though.
Oh, let's let them know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. March 23rd through the 25th, your boys will be in the DMV at the Sandy Cove Convention and Resort and Convention Center. Let me tell y'all something. Me and D in the same room talking about marriage. It's going down like 4 flats. You feel me? So if y'all want to be there, you know what I'm saying? Like for real, go to www.fullcircleministries.com.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, like when we say stuff like you don't want to miss it, like that, it goes down. Everybody saw the pictures from Phenomenal Life and they're like, yo, I'm salty. They started sprinkling salt in the GIFs. I promise you. And I was trying to tell them from early in the year.
I tell you,
you need to be there. If you're not there, you're going to miss out. We had the talent show on. When I tell you about Phenomenal, because before I do, let's pay some bills while I do this simultaneously. Breathe University is not just a community or an organization. It literally is a family. We're talking to each other on Sunday nights with the marriage, the Thank God I'm Married call that happens from 8 to 9. Then on Tuesday night, there's another call. Then you have Game Changers call. Then you have Mastermind call, which happens on Thursday night with CJ and E and whoever the guest is for that evening. Then there's so many calls I can't even keep track, also that you can be professionally developed. If you're an entrepreneur, developed marriage, which I'm biased for because none of all of that stuff really matters if your marriage is falling apart. You understand? Sunday night, we have those. And we do all of those things so that we can do just that, not create a community, although it is a community, not create an organization, although it is an organization, but create a family. And there's nothing like taking a trip with people who are your family, who you talk to during the week. I'm telling you, people were linking up. Oh, we talk all the time. But never got to see each other face to face. You know what I'm saying, D? And when I tell you, man, awesome. So when we tell you that 23rd through the 25th, oh, by the way, if you want to become a part of this family or the community organization, but most importantly, family, like for real, join Breathe University. For more information, go to www.breatheuniversity.com. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget the oh my goodness, there's so much going on I can't even remember. The conference that E's doing this week in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? That's going down. If you need more information on that, go to etinspires.com/events and get your tickets there. But this next week coming, 23rd through the 25th, your boy L. David Harris, you know what I'm saying, and your boy Quest Green will be in the building presenting together at the marriage retreat held by Pastor Paul Graham and Full Circle Ministries. And I promise you, if you're not there, you are going to miss out.
Yes. So we got to meet tonight with the rest of the persons who will be presenting, which is going to be kind of cool. So that's good.
Indeed.
And, so I guess enough on that. Next week we'll probably be out of pocket, just so y'all know, because Quest and I did not get to kind of get ahead of the game. We were going to push out something. We might, because I'll have internet, Quest. People need to understand I haven't been to the States in years.
Yeah.
So I had to, work out something so I could have a phone and some internet.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
So maybe we can do the joint like how y'all do it, like with the little phone thing and then hit the button, the ad or whatever. I've never done that, Quest. I've only done like studio style. I've never hit the little button before.
Yeah, let's get it then.
So it's possible that on Thursday, we'll be able to do that, but we'll see. We'll play it by ear. I don't know exactly where you'll be at the moment, where I'll be at the moment, but I got internet, so we'll figure it out, right?
That means we need to get some Sennheiser joints so we could be mobile. Uh-oh.
What you talking about? Get some.
Oh.
Joints is hanging up right there. You talking about?
Oh, come on. Let's get them then.
But I was just talking about Facebook Live Real Talk because I don't know that we'll be able to link direct.
Yeah.
All right.
No
All right.
Yep.
All right.
Let's get them bills paid.
Yeah, man. Last thing real quick. Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. Get your free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com with more than 180,000 titles from which to choose for your Android, Kindle, iPhone, every other kind of iOS device and MP3 player. And today I think I will recommend You and Me Forever, Marriage in Light of Eternity by Francis and Lisa Chan. You don't have to get that one, but that's the one we're recommending. And the Chans are on some next level Quest. I don't know them, but boy, next level. And this coming Sabbath Saturday, I'm getting warmed up for our time. I got to do a presentation, bonding for life. But it's gonna be some next level stuff. So
no doubt. All
right. So today we are talking about the same thing Joey and I talked about last week, but we're going to do 2.0.
Yeah, 2.0. Healing
in Marriage, the Key to Success. That's Healing in Marriage, the Key to Success. Yeah, 2.0.
Yeah. I think that's major, D.
There's no question it's major.
Healing is so, apropos. You and I talk about it all the time, that in order for you to operate in this thing called marriage, you know, we hate to hear it, although it's, and I feel like it's a little bit more cliche-ish than it is when people say my better half. Yeah. And I just want people to realize that you're not the half of anything.
I'm taking the bats out on that this weekend, Quest.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. I think we just going, I'm just going to ball it up. You know, that whole idea, you know, and I'm going to ball it up like a ball, and I'm going to just put you behind the plate and I'm going to throw it. I'm going to pitch it. Yep. And I'm going to just want you to just bat that out the park. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. I'm not the half of anybody. I am one whole person. I need people to understand that the equation to marriage is 1 + 1 = 1. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that doesn't happen overnight, but it is indeed the goal, right? So we're talking about becoming whole as we talk about this thing called healing. You know what I'm saying? When you're emotionally strong, you know, when you are mentally, you know, healthy, you know, emotionally healthy. And some of us are dealing with some things from our past. And we really need to go ahead and deal with that, because no relationship, or I should say any relationship or any marriage, is only as healthy as its least healthy individual. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? That's like for real. You see the you know, people's disdain or for, and I'm not going too deep in it, you know what I'm saying, for the situation that our country is in right now. Because no organization can rise above its leadership. And that same principle applies to marriage. You're only as healthy as your least healthy individual. So it is our job to be as whole. If there's something from your past that's causing you to operate in a way that's not conducive to a good and loving relationship, then chances are you need to get that stuff worked out. You know, it's crazy, D, because I met a couple who, beautiful. When I say beautiful couple, I'm talking about from the outside, beautiful couple. When you see them together, I mean, like, they go together like peanut butter and jelly. I'm talking about beautiful. Yeah. And I love a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You know what I'm saying?
You're always on that food though, Quest. What happened?
Oh man, I'm just saying, I'm on that healthy food though. If you didn't see your boy slim down a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, man, I'm like, okay, go.
Know what I'm saying? I'm getting it ready. But as we sat down and we spoke, I had no idea that some of the stuff was happening on the inside that was happening on the inside. Yeah. And if you continue to operate in unhealthiness, it won't be too long before what happens on the inside shows on the outside. Yeah,
it has to leak out.
Yeah, no doubt.
It has to.
Yep.
Yo, I want to go back to what you were talking about since you mentioned it, because you already know where I'm at with it. Mm-hmm. The two becoming one.
Yeah.
So there's a couple things. There's one text that says in the Bible that a threefold cord is difficult to break.
Oh, come on.
It doesn't say like the twofold cord, because, you know, the half and the half come together and get married and then they get linked with God. Like, it didn't say that. It says threefold cord, right? So when God created Adam, Adam was created. Now he's awake, he's alive, he's doing whatever he does. I won't go into that, because if anybody's watching, they'll see what I'm going to say like in a couple of days. I ain't going into that, right? But like by himself with his God, bang, God puts him to sleep. Mm-hmm. He pulls from Adam a rib, part of his flesh, and then he brings up the womb man, WOMB.
Come on. Whoa.
Oh no, we can't get into it. No, let's not do it, class. They got to be in Sandy Cove for that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So I met this bad chick uptown. She was whoa. Yeah, go ahead. I ain't gonna do it.
I'm gonna stick with WOMB for now, Quest.
Yeah, go ahead.
She's from his flesh.
Yeah.
So she's like Adam with a womb. She's of his flesh. She's flesh of his flesh, bone of his bone, right?
Yeah.
But while she's being created, and then now she's alive, she's animate. She has God's breath in her.
Yeah.
Adam is asleep. Yeah. So first Adam was alone with God. Now he's whole. He goes to sleep. Eve is now whole, one with God. And when they're both awake, he joins them together to make one dynamo of a one. just like God is one.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
They comprise the human element, the human picture of what God is. So we can understand more about God. We see man and woman in a functional setting.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why fragmented is not a good look if you can avoid it. Like if you're ahead of the game, you're looking at this talking about you might be married, then just do yourself a favor. Like, yes, married individuals are to be complementary and even supplementary to one another, but that's not the same as fragmentation and becoming a leech to some unwary potential partner. That's different. So we complement, we supplement, but we don't drag, not on purpose. We don't drag fragmented into this unit, because we have to be strong contributing wholes, so that what comes out of this is this massive dynamo of a couple, so that you can make the greatest impact on the planet around you. Real talk.
You talking about creating impact.
Yeah.
First and foremost at home. No, look, for real, this thing called health is like really deep, and healing is really deep.
Yeah.
Some of you are operating in your marriage right now, and you know without a shadow of a doubt the stuff that you're doing is not conducive. Like, for real, we say it 1,000,001 times. I don't know how many times we're gonna say it, D, but you don't plant apple seeds and get an orange tree.
No.
You don't do that. You want a phenomenal marriage. And my question to you is, where are the seeds? Where are the seeds that you're supposed to be planting that will reap you phenomenal? So we was on the cruise, right? As you talk about creating impact, and I'm saying first within our family first. I want to create a legacy.
Yeah.
Where people look at the Green name or Green family from here on in, and they say, man, how is it that they operate the way that they do?
Yeah.
Like, for real, emotional health, spiritual health is at the foundation of it. So shouts out to Jimmy and Stacy, who all the way from New Zealand, who are a part of BU, who came, right?
Yeah.
So you know what's native to the Maori people, or the people of New Zealand, is the haka, right?
Yeah.
Nico is heavy into the haka, D. And it is culture, right? Every time I see them do it, I don't understand the language, but I do understand. And they did it for us at the talent show.
You're talking about the dance, right?
Yeah,
well,
the haka.
You'll call it a dance, but I'm saying some people will get it if they don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's the haka dance. It's if I wish I had Jimmy on right now, Jimmy could tell you the fullness of it. But every time I watch it, I remember, for those of you who remember John Lomu, I believe his name is, he used to play for the All Blacks rugby team in Australia.
I saw that. I saw it. Yeah.
The funeral had me charged to the point, D, I was in tears, because I didn't understand the language, what was being said, but I understood it in spirit. And as I look at, like, one team did it, and then another team did it, and I looked up in the rafters, you know what I'm saying, in the stands, and then I think it was either a high school or a college, young dudes still doing you know what I'm saying? They still doing that, like, for real. What I saw was legacy. I saw tradition. I saw foundation, that even though like the Maori people are not in power in New Zealand, the stuff, they've never lost track of the language. They never lost track of the heritage. They never lost track of the culture, such that the kids are doing it now. And I'm saying, can we implement that same idea, that same principle, that same spirit in marriage?
Right.
But a large portion, as you talk about creating impact, at the foundation of creating impact, I have to be healthy. I can't operate in Will Smith did a piece a while ago, and I'm adopting it. It's definitely not our fault what happened to us in our past, but it is, which has a major effect on how we operate. Sometimes the very thing that I used to hate about my parents, I don't hate my parents. I love them, but there's some things that I used to dislike about the way they used to do things. And the very things that I used to dislike about them is the very thing that I am. Why? Because we become a product of our environment. However, it's not our fault that, we grew up, some of us, in some of the situations that we did grow up in, but it's our responsibility to create a new paradigm, if you will. And when you create that new paradigm, it then becomes, because we say it all the time, our marriage is not just about me and my spouse.
Nah.
When we were at the thing, people were like, yo, I love the way that you always holding her hand. You always rubbing her back. You always kissing her jaw. You always hugging on her. Like people like, I intentionally watched you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just to see if it was like a joke or it's a plaything, but it's not. Nah. And what I realized, or what they confirmed for me, D, was that like the marriage is not just about me and her. As you talk about creating impact, it's about everybody else who's saying, if that don't work for them, how is it going to work for me? So now they going home and saying, okay, yep, I got to think differently about how I interact with my spouse. You know what I'm saying? That's the impact. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
All right. So if that's the case, and it is, then that means that when something is broken, I said, when something is broken, that we got to get it addressed, because if it doesn't get addressed, it becomes a virus, man. Like if you have a disease, Quest, or you have an injury, and that is unaddressed, then it's just a matter of time. If in the case of an injury, certain kinds of injuries where infection ensues. And if that's the case, then that just gets to spreading. Yeah. And you can't afford that. Yeah, so no. If not for you, I'm not saying that this is the reality. Sometimes we say things for effect. If not for you, think about the people that you need to have impact on, because we're going to impact people regardless. Now we have to decide to be intentional, and not only intentional, but go on the upside of the intentionality and say, no, I'm making contributions. I'm making deposits. I'm not making withdrawals. Yep. Because just think of the number of people who would lose if, God forbid, the Greens or the Harrises just throw up their hands and give it quits.
That's it.
Quest. I can't even begin to tell you how many people have hope just because Simone and I have chosen life forever together. Yep. Yep. And it's not on some celebrity stuff. It's just the reality. Like children look up to mentors. Like people watch testimonial videos. Some dude brushing his teeth with some new toothbrush and say, my teeth were dingy like yours, but yours can be bright like these too. Like, so people sort of identify with others so that they can be, inspired to greatness in this case. Yep. So we can't discount the effect that our relationships have on other people. And that's
And not only that, I don't want that kind of blood on my hand, man. No. I don't want that on my hand. No. You understand what I'm saying? Like, for real, it's funny. And I know we know now, hindsight is always 20/20. I do not want to be responsible for my children ever getting divorced because that's what they show. That's why I praise God for Zoe living with me now. You know what I'm saying, D? Because now I get an opportunity to show her what marriage should look like, what love should look like. You see what she does every day when she comes home. The first place she comes to the office to come and check in with me. Yep. Yeah. What's up, girlie? Love you. How was your day at school today? Love me. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, very rarely does she ever see me and Faith going at it. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not telling you that me and Faith don't have disagreements, because we do, but it don't get out of control.
Come on, B.
It don't get out of control. I don't talk to her like she crazy. You know what I'm saying? And she don't talk to me like, sometimes she might exhibit the little, gorilla. You know what I'm saying? but
that's a temperament. That's a temperament thing, and we all have to be in check of our temperament. Yeah. That's a total different flow. That had nothing to do with this.
Yeah. But that's it, man. I'm watching the way that I'm communicating with her. Why? Because I don't want my children. I want my children to be like, what my parents had was real. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was from the day that I was born until the day that I died, even in their disagreements, they loved on each other. That's what I want. That's the legacy. As when I see Jimmy and Stacey doing the haka, that's the legacy tradition that I want, to be passed down to the kids through the ages. I want my grandchildren to hear stories about the way that I loved Faith and she loved me.
Let me tell you, so the people who really are responsible for Simone and I sort of taking this thing like by the horns, we did anyway from before we got married. Yeah. But who took it to the next level? It's Ron and Daria Gadsden. Like, they're like our parents' age level. Yeah. And they took us out on a double date. First year of our marriage, right? and they told us how their marriage is a ministry, and it's intentional for them, right?
Yeah,
but
no doubt.
One thing they have in their legacy is kind of cool. Like when they invite people to their house, they have this like welcome table song that they sing that makes people feel extremely happy and welcome. Like this is a warm place. Yeah. This is a safe place.
Yeah.
And it's simple stuff like that. And they've been doing that since their kids were young. You know what I'm saying? It's simple stuff like that, because it's one thing to sing something like that, but and another thing when your kids start looking at you like, why are you so excited about welcoming?
You talking about Wright? You talking about Henry?
Yeah. No. Ron and Gadsden.
Okay. Yup.
One thing to have this wonderful welcome song, but it's another thing if your kids are looking at the parents like, why y'all acting all excited to be
They're acting brand new. You don't do that with us.
And when we home, you getting it like, where's all that cheer when they not here? But it wasn't like that. Whatever issues they had was their own personal issues, but their family was a solid family.
Yep.
And I was like, I want to be like that. Yep. Let's do that.
Yep. It's funny because Faith was on my head about it. Even when we was on the cruise, we was sitting down with Jorge and having a discussion. Mm-hmm. And she was like, yo, I see you operating at the elementary school and the high school. And when I tell you, we created such an impact, I think for my wife more so, she was just like, yo, I want to see that more on a daily basis with our own kids.
Straight like that, huh?
Yeah, just like that. Like for real.
Like
just,
that.
Boom, yeah.
Who was that man? I like him.
Yeah, she just put it in the thing a while ago. So
bring him home.
Boricua temper. You know what I'm saying? But like for real, I understand where she's coming from though, because her father wasn't in her life. When we talk about this healing thing, let me tell you how deep the healing is.
Yeah.
I understood early in the game what she told me in terms of her father. And it's crazy, while you have the opportunity to do the things that you need to do to get the healing, do them while you have the time to do them. Tomorrow's not promised. You feel me?
The finishing today ain't promised.
I'm just telling you. Yeah. One of the things that Faith and I did was we had the discussion and she's like, yo, I want you to repair that. She really didn't have no desire to, because she's like, what for? Because I'm saying that that's your first love. And I don't want to end up paying for all the things that he did or didn't do.
Of course. And
what I did was I was like, yo, let's agree together to go ahead and get this stuff resolved. We went back to New York, went to the Bronx, hooked up with my man. And for like a good couple of months, like we would go pay my man visits every time we were in New Jersey or New York, and got that connection back together, such that she even connected with other family members, again, from his side of the family.
Yeah.
And after we did that, like my man started getting sick and his health started going down. And what we were able to do, we talk about healing now and doing the things necessary to achieve healing. Is it always pretty? Does it always feel good? But in order to reach the goal, as Rochelle Parks always tell me, sometimes you got to pass through the tunnel of pain to get to the goal. Yeah. So we would do that. After we did that, I promise you, about a year later, my man passed away. After we got to a point where, you understand what I'm saying? What would it have been like if my man passed away and she didn't get an opportunity to do that stuff, or we didn't get an opportunity? Because I'm looking at it like it's for both of us. If we didn't get an opportunity to reestablish some kind of relationship with my man before he passed away. She did that, and her brother, who never saw my man or never had any intention to see my man, ended up going to see him before he died.
So it leaks out. So not only negative leaks out, good leaks out, right?
Good leaks out. And not only that, a lot of the times when you are attempting to get your own healing is not only for you. Everybody else that's connected to you gets healing as well, because her brother got a certain level of healing now, because she took the initiative, or we took the initiative to go ahead and get that done.
That's leadership.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yep.
Yeah, so that's key. Then because when you think about the converse, which normally that's where people major when you talk about this kind of stuff, where persons who may need therapy choose not to get it and don't realize. That's why they have programs called like intervention as an example. Because somebody is consistently practicing dysfunctional behavior or some kind of maladaptive behavior where, it's either, sometimes it's stealing, sometimes it's lying to family members, sometimes it's pitting one family member against another, sometimes it's abusive language, abusive other kinds of behavior, all kinds of different things. And at some point, people in the community or marriage setup or family community are like, all right, enough is enough, man.
Yeah.
We need to really confront, because this person has heard from us individually, but now they need to hear us collectively, because they're not doing what it takes to get help.
Absolutely.
And so our duty to society, moving out from in concentric circles from your nearest point in your household out to the places you go on a regular basis, school, work, play, workout, wherever your church community, and then out in concentric circles.
Yeah,
we owe that to society. It's not about you.
Nope.
Think about these busters that are shooting people for no apparent reason, man.
Yep.
Just running out, going into schools, going into churches, going into public places, and then start letting off rounds of ammo.
Just blacking out.
Unresolved issues. And they don't care one bit how it leaks into society.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like an extreme case, but that really is not an extreme case. It gets worse.
Yeah.
It gets worse than that.
Yep.
So, yeah, I did make that correlation, Quest. Some people will think I just jumped overboard.
Nah,
but a lot of times, people talk
it's all
about,
relative.
like, who was that? I don't remember that guy. I didn't see. He wasn't like that. Yeah, he was. It was unresolved.
Yep. It's all relative.
Yeah.
I mean, and here's the thing. There's empirical, there's statistical, there's all these different kinds of statistics and evidence to show. Like I remember E was showing me statistics one time. 80-something% of rapists are those whose father was not in the home.
Yeah.
Child abusers, murderers, all of these different statistics. If you look at them, they're all representation of those children who grew up emotionally. What do they call them? Broken, emotionally broken, or whatever term you want to use. All kind of stuff at risk kids. The father was not in the home.
Yeah.
Or the mother left and went somewhere else. There's a couple that I'm going to start coaching in a little while. My girl was giving me some background. My man's mom, matter of fact, in Jamaica, she took the two sons, broke out, and went to the States and left him behind. You understand? And to this day, my man is still dealing with it and still has woman issues. Like, for real, we have a responsibility as married people to be as healthy as we possibly can be, not only for us, but for other people as well. People don't understand the magnitude and the power that marriage has. It is the institution that God himself holds with such high esteem. Why? It's a reflection of our relationship with him. And God ain't trying to have no broken relationship with us. Straight up.
Real talk. Yeah, we got one more minute. There was a man, a grown man. He looked like he's a bigger man to me.
Yeah.
That came to me during the closing moments of the series I just did in that 2018.
Yeah.
It was streamed all over the world, downlinked into several downlink sites here in central Jamaica.
Yeah.
But the guy was telling me that he had sort of the opposite of what you were talking about just now, where he was sent away. Like, he went to Canada somewhere from Jamaica.
Yeah.
And there was a disturbance in the relationship at home. He gets deported, but his brother got beef with him when he comes back to Jamaica. And now this whole big thing. And this man is in his, he's in his late 40s, early 50s.
Mm-hmm.
And he's trying to figure out how to make amends with his brother and his mom. But he's talking to me from a developmental perspective of a child. This big man to me. Well, not big man to me. I mean, he's got me by a couple years, but still, he's still a little older than I am.
Oh, he grown.
Yeah. And he's speaking from a 12-year-old perspective, this dude.
Mm.
And he's like, what should I do? And I'm like, oh, my goodness, man. So we have to be responsible, man. His mommy mash him up, B.
Got to be.
Yeah.
Got to be. And I think that's a part of the healing. A part of the healing is recognized, because some of you have
tracking back
have this mindset of what that got to do with me. It has everything to do with you. You don't understand, from the time that you enter into the institution of marriage, you have a responsibility. You have, and here's the funny thing, you have social responsibility.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, let that sink in real quick. Companies have a social responsibility because you are selling, manufacturing goods and products. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, especially products that people intake. You got a social responsibility to make sure that the stuff that people aren't taking isn't detrimental to their life. Marriage works like that. Yeah.
All right, pause. I got endorsement deals.
Yeah.
My endorsement deal says marriage.
Yep.
Right?
Absolutely.
I'm repping marriage, Quest.
Absolutely.
I got marriage on my chest. I got marriage on the back of my car. I got marriage on my brim.
Absolutely.
I mean, like, so marriage, I'm repping marriage.
Yep.
But I'm giving marriage a bad name. If marriage was a corporation, marriage would call my people and be like, yeah, we canceling the contract.
It was a nice podcast. Thank y'all for coming. God bless. Good night.
Yeah, your endorsement deal is over. Yeah. And we're not business about the contract. We'll deal with that because you bad repping marriage.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yep.
Yeah. So, and I'm not saying that to anybody in particular. I'm just saying don't listen to programs like these. Hear the good stuff and then just walk away and go back to regular business as usual. It's not a good look. It's not a good look for anybody. So praise the Lord. Bless that you came and saw this. Enjoy it with us. And we got to live it. We're not talking to you like we not in it. We got to live it. I got 16 plus years in it. My man Quest is running strong with faith. So let's go. We in it together, man. Ain't nobody talking down to you. We in it together, man. We not sages. We just telling you what it is because we know what it is. We feeling what it is. We experiencing what it is.
I'm just telling you. I've been to hell and back. Trust me, you don't want to go.
Yeah, don't do it. It's hot.
I could tell you all the curves and turns in the road.
It's hot. It's hot, Quest. That's what hot. I grew up in it. I grew up in it, so I see it. It's hot. You don't want it. Yeah. So I think we're gonna cut the audio people loose, Quest.
Yep.
Yeah. Last will and testament. What is it, Quest?
Yep. I'm just saying, man, that like I said before, shaky to good, as I always say, good to great. I don't care where you are in the spectrum. Ultimately, we're trying to get to phenomenal, but phenomenal don't just happen. It takes work. Yeah, look at me. Yeah. If you're out there listening right now, you shaking your match. It takes work.
Real tough.
Michelle T. Parks always says, you got to pass through the tunnel of pain in order to get to the goal. Sometimes it's not always illustrious, but I promise you, it is. The foolishness that you're enduring right now cannot be compared to the glory that will be revealed in you if you stick together. Hold each other's hands and go through this together. Of course, God gonna make sure it happens. Why? Because it's His institution. So I'm saying it takes work, and work don't just happen. But let's do that. Get to the work, and I promise you will achieve phenomenal.
Yeah.
There you have it, y'all. I hope you've enjoyed your time with us. Marriage is about mutual love and mutual respect, and it works for those willing to make it work. Real talk. Our spouses are treasured jewels given to us to make life better. And the sooner we learn to value one another will be the sooner we become the absolute best versions of ourselves we can be. Until next time, peace.